dive right in. And I'm going to say something controversial, but it's going to work. Number one, we have to stop spoiling our kids. All right? When we're spoiling our kids, they don't really feel the need to work. We're asking them to stop playing the video games, stop getting on the phone, stop being on Facebook, to come back and to do their homework. And so we found ourselves as parents with all the power having to beg and plead and having to bribe our children to do their work. Well, we have to go back to old school parenting, which means that we require them to do their work before they get paid. So what I'm going to advise you to do, a couple of things. I'm going to give you 7 steps. One, we have to have a relationship with our kids. We can't just tell our kids to do their work, but we're not involved in what's going on at school, what's going on in sports, what's going on in their social life. So we have to have a relationship. 2, we have to have time. We have to invest in spending at least 15 to 30 minutes one-on-one with each one of your children each day. You have to make the investment in time. Clients that come to me say that their parents don't spend time with them. And I know it sounds funny, but a lot of times we're on our Blackberries, we're on Facebook, we're on the phone, we're at home working a 2nd and 3rd job, and our children are in the same room, but we're not relating with them. They notice that. 3, we have to set high expectations. So that means that we tell them the grades that they're going to make. We don't allow them to set the standards. We don't let them tell us what time they're going to come back home. You're going to make an A in this class, a B in this one, an A in this one, a B in this one. When we set the expectation, then they feel pressure to meet that. Otherwise, they're just trying to pass, that word we all hate. Number 4, we have to set up the structure. So that means that we know our kids are not disciplined. That means we need to have a homework time as to when they're actually going to study. That means we're taking away the cell phones. We know we get distracted by our own cell phones. Taking away the computer, and we're saying your study time is from 4 to 5 every day, or if you get home later, it's from 6 to 7, where you can watch them. That structured time we have to put in place. Number 5, accountability. If we say they're going to study, if they're not studying, we have to hold them accountable. That means you give us the cell phone. That means you give us the video game controller until your grades are back up. You don't need to have clothes. You don't need to have a cell phone. You don't need to have all these things we spoiled you with before you work. I'm not going to preach yet. Number 6. We have to praise them. At work, we work for praise. We don't work not to get fired, but a lot of times we'll say, hey, I don't want you to grow up to be a thug, or I don't want you to drop out of school. And we're begging them, trying to have moral lessons, especially boys. They don't listen. All right, hold them accountable. That means punishment. And then we have to pay our kids. Yes. Pay your kids. Stop giving them money in allowance just for being alive on Friday. That's all they have to do is make it to Friday, and then we give them money, and then we beg them to do work after they get paid. I love you, but if you got paid on Tuesday, you wouldn't go to work on Friday. All right? And if the boss tried to ask for it back, you'd say, you shouldn't have paid me on Tuesday if you want to come on Friday. So our kids need to be rewarded. I'm not talking about bribing. I'm simply saying pay them the same amount that you give them right now, but make them earn it. So if they get $90 a month, they get $3 a day after they've done their homework and their chores. Now, we know money controls us, and it'll also work for your kids.
Thank you, Dr.